Yo, what's up guys? It's the FPL Pundit here and you're welcome back to my YouTube channel. So you can see a video playing on the screen right now, and it's the video from the preview of Game Week 4. So I had a conversation with a subscriber in the comment section of that particular video, and the conversation led to me making this particular video right now. He asked me should I replace Ings with Ronaldo and Grealish with Trincao and Torres with Alan, Bissouma or Gray, and he wants to get a new replacement for the players he currently have in his team. And I think he's currently like not exactly satisfied with his team. He doesn't have some specific players he's trying to get, so he wants to make, I think he wants to make over like 3 or more transfers at the same time. The conversation continued, and I really don't exactly want to bore you with it, but let me just put out the key things from the conversation. So he said, "Thank you, brother. I definitely will subscribe to your channel. Do you think I should wildcard next week? Antonio to Ronaldo, Ings to Lukaku, Bruno to Jota or Grealish, Torres to Alan, then Grealish to Traore, Ben White to Semedo or Macau, then with 0.5 left in the bank." So I replied him and said, "Oh, okay, I couldn't just answer his question right there immediately, because you know, when wildcarding, there are a lot of things you have to consider." So I told him, okay, then I think I'll make a new video on essential players for wildcarding. So far, try and get Ronaldo before price rises. If you've been making a lot of transfers, then activate wildcard already so you can sign some players before the price rise. Get down Ronaldo and keep Antonio. So now, based on that, I'm going to be making this video, and this video is going to be about the essential players for wildcarding. So if you're new to my channel, kindly hit that subscribe button, turn on the post notification icon so that anytime I post a new video, you are going to be notified. So Talul Buka, this video is dedicated to you. This video is for you directly. I've made this video because of you. I'm going to be helping with your wildcard team right now, and I'm going to be using my normal squad, but I'm not going to be locking in these transfers because I've used my wildcard already in game week 3. If I have to do anything about taking in new players, I could get I'm going to get losing about 48 points. So I'm just going to select a list of players, and you just, you know, pick it up from there. You get. Now these 4 players you see locked in right now, these 4 players you see that I've selected right now, are actually the most essential players for your fantasy Premier League right now. Now Pogba is complementary to Ronaldo, then Salah and Lukaku are just essentials. So earlier, if people who started the season didn't have Ronaldo, Salah and Lukaku all together, and most managers right now currently have, almost all managers have Salah, but it's either you're having Salah with Ronaldo or Salah with Lukaku. Only a few persons have the 3 players together, Salah, Ronaldo and Lukaku. But now if you can have the 3 of these players in your team together, it's just going to be the best idea in the long term. So you don't have to take out this player, you just have to rotate within a few players. Based on this essentials you're seeing right now, then we're going to fill up the squad and make sure we are within this remaining budget. So I brought in one player from Leeds United, Shackleton, and this player is just going to be filling up the squad. It's not like it's very essential. It's just 4.5 million, and he has played, I think, one match or so, and he kind of add an assist in the match. So if this player has actually played before, so we could see him come again. He could come in handy. So he's just going to be in the squad. 4.5 million. We're not expecting anything from him. So based on this, we just select other key players I think you should have in your wildcard team. So this team is actually going to be picked based on what I think is good for the long term and the current next 5 game week fixtures and players that will be best for your team in the long term. Because you know, if you're selecting if you're selecting a new team, you could also look at how this team is going to benefit you for at least the next 5 game weeks before you even have to think of making any transfers. So the next player I want to bring to the this thing is Demarai Gray. Very important. Demarai Gray, very important. These guys are actually cheap, and we're trying to stay within the budget constraints rather. Next player you could bring in Gallagher, and we have Benrahma there, but I'm still trying to, like, you know, keep the budget down, and if we see we have any budget left, we could make a few replacements. So I'll put in Gallagher here, and let's pick from the defense. From the defense we have Loris. You see Tottenham Hotspur have been able to keep some cool clean sheets this season, so you could kind of have Loris in your team coupled with Guaita. So I'm going to be restoring player because I have Guaita already. But if you don't want that, you can actually, if you feel like Loris is too expensive and you could just put the funds elsewhere, you could just you know, take out Loris and there are few goalkeepers I think that are going to be helpful to your team. So yeah, Raya is actually a good pick at just 4.6 million. At least he has one of the highest points. He's like 1, 2, 3, 4. He's the fifth most essential player with the highest points so far this season. So looking at from the defense, I'm going to be restoring Alonso. I have Alonso already. I think Alonso at this price point 5.7 is actually very essential for your team, as Chelsea can keep clean sheet from time to time, and Alonso is also a set piece taker, so you really want to have Alonso in your team. So I have Matip in my team already, and I actually needed a Liverpool defender who is not expensive like Arnold, but who will still give me clean sheet. She doesn't have to score, but if I is able to give me clean sheet every week, I'm fine with that. So in my wildcard team, this is definitely what I'm going to be picking, Joe Matip. So you need another defender who will just be there. You don't need him for anything. So that particular defender is just going to be there without you having to worry about funds. So I'm bringing him back Tsimikas, except if I found another player that is going to be useful. So Tsimikas is just 4 million. I'm not expecting anything from him. He just remains in your bench. You don't necessarily have to start him, because you want to pick your lineup in a way that you have players that are consistent over time. So, and also within your budget constraints. So we have Pogba and Ronaldo, and I think I want to look at a defender from Tottenham. Tottenham have been, I think they even have the highest clean sheet this season so far. This season, not sure, but so let's pick up someone from Tottenham. Where Spurs? Okay, Spurs here, and that's going to be Reguilon. Reguilon is even kind of quite cheap, 5.2. So okay, Reguilon is just 5.2. So I think we'll be going with Reguilon in the team. And so lastly, you want to pick a player from Manchester City. Manchester City have actually been quite awesome on clean sheet points too. The idea of this is I noticed so far this season that defenders have been given a lot of points, especially when most times for you to get a lot of points when your attackers are not doing what you want them to do. With your defenders, you're still able to get those high points. So you want to look at someone who's just 5.5, but what I'm seeing so far here, Walker is 5.5, but he hasn't gotten as much points. I think we can just look to add Cancelo to the teams. You have 4 players or 5 players. You have 4 players who you can actually start every game week in your defense, and depending, it could just be like 3 defenders. I think we have 4.7 left, and we could use that to fuel the attack. Looking at that, I'll just like to bring in who should I bring in from here? Just randomly fill up the attack. We're just going to randomly fill up the attack with any player, just to fill up the squad. So we have 4.7, and let's just randomly just bring in someone. Okay, this is Balogun. Okay, we don't have up to that, so I'll just randomly put in just anyone. Okay, let me put in Greenwood from here. So now these are the list of players I have selected for wildcarding. So now let me know what you think about this squad. And Talil, I hope you've seen this squad. This is what I think your squad should look like if you're going to wildcard, with a little bit of tweak to it. You could actually want to bring in maybe if you don't want this Gallagher guy, I think you should look at a player from Leeds United. Considering Leeds United, their upcoming fixtures, they have very good fixtures ahead. So you might want to take in Rafinha is quite expensive. You might want to take in Click or Dallas. So I think I'll just prefer to go with Dallas over Click, or you can just pick Click, just one of the two guys that are cheap. Then with Demarai Gray there. So Demarai Gray is cheap, cool fixtures ahead too. At least for the next few game weeks, you have good fixtures ahead, so you can keep Demarai Gray there. And this is what the team is going to be looking like. So now this team is, for now, the main format I have for this team is going to be looking like, most game weeks will be looking like a 4-4-2 formation. You get one of your keepers, the defenders there, just 4 defenders mostly, then 4 midfielders and 2 strikers. So you have a constant attacking force that that you can depend on week in, week out, which is Ronaldo and Lukaku, with that other guy on the bench. So if your midfield will just be between Pogba, Salah, Demarai Gray, and Stuart Dallas. So you kind of have a consistent team over a long period of time. And anytime you even want, you're kind of ready to make a transfer. So the major players you're just going to be rotating between are your defenders, your main defenders, and your main defenders and the other players you have in your midfield. But you know your attack is constant. You have Ronaldo and Lukaku on a constant base. So others, and you'll be keeping Salah. But then anytime you notice, okay, Pogba isn't doing as good as it should be, you just be rotating between Pogba, Demarai Gray, Stuart Dallas, and probably Cancelo or any other person from your defense. So this is what I think your wildcard team should look like, and these are the essential players that I think you should get in your wildcard. Majorly Salah, Demarai Gray, Pogba, Ronaldo, and Lukaku. The others are just going to be on rotation. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope I've been able to help you get a good wildcard team. Lul. Let me just know what you think in the comment section when you watch this video, and we could always walk away around it. So this is not to say that this is the static thing you should do with your team. This is just an idea of what your team should look like. But don't forget what I said about the essential players you should get: Ronaldo, Lukaku, Salah, and Pogba. So based on that, you can just rotate other persons from the squad. So thanks for watching this video, guys. See you in the game week 5 preview that is happening right after this video. So click the subscribe button. Peace, guys.